established team. CFOs are after cream. GMOs extracting genes with everyone on my team.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. With a spot in the Super Bowl on the line, everything is on the line in today's conference championship matchup. It's the Giants going up against the Seahawks. With that, let's get you up to Seattle. We're standing by are our commentators, Brandon Guyton and George Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. They come up in an offset eye. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Second down following the incompletion. Second and 10 now, Wilson. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run for it now. Here's Marcel Reese. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it with a power back. Reese. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. They'll go on the ground. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Now on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Wagner in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back. But it's still a 3rd and 8. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
So not exactly jubilation over on that visiting sideline, but at least a high 5 or 2 for their kicker as he gets them the first points of the night here on the opening drive.
And 3 points are not to be underestimated. You're on the road, under the lights, national TV audience. You want to come out and look good, and that's a good start right there.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now it's Wilson to the right side here, the tight end Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. All week in practice, they stressed grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the 1st down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. That means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts. We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Here we go with 2nd and 7.
19.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end Julius Thomas, the intended target. And now it's third down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On third down, Wilson. And the third down pass falls incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's fourth down.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And that is no good. Oh, he hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Last time out they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Thomas has got it. Complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Here's Wilson. He's got Evans. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now Wilson on second down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Now a play from under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
We'll see if it's that easy here. Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier, knock him down for a loss.
He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And in this weather, I know you weren't a quarterback. You were on the defensive side of things, but how hard is it to throw that football?
It can't be easy because you never know how the moisture is going to affect things, and each quarterback handles it differently. Some of them are a little bit better than others. Depends whether they'll wear a glove, not wear a glove. How cold is it? You know, all those things go into it. But it goes to everything else. Keeping your footing when you're running routes. Supposedly you have the advantage as a receiver because you know where you're going, but that's not easy as well. Finally, just locating the ball when it finally comes through the snow. Kids love it. Kids love snow. Players, not so much.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Well, Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm hearing my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Second down following the run. The one running back is Gurley. On second down, here's Wilson. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Another stiff arm.
Boy, that's effective, isn't it?
15 yards there on the catch and run.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On first down, it's Gurley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And on second and 10 now. On second down, Wilson. Man open left side, it's Williams. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Here's Wilson. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. They come up in an offset eye. First and goal from the 5. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time. Second and goal.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Wilson denied on the 4th down keeper. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. And New York set to take the field. In not great starting field position here for the offense. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to float this one deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
They're going to look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
The days of knowing your assignment, dropping to it, and calling it a day, that's over with. Because now, when you drop into a zone, especially as a defensive back, you're seeing the play in front of you. So if a man wanders into your area, guess what? Now it goes from zone to man coverage in many cases. And on this particular play, able to see the play in front of him, react to it, and knock the ball away. Gotta like what you just saw there, if you like zone defense.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first-half chance. Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. 3rd down here. All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we send you cross country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Going to give this time to the tailback. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side.
Here we go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now Wilson on second down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now it's Gurley. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. 2nd and 10, it's Wilson again. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. On 3rd down, Wilson. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Barkevius Mingo in that time on the tackle.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The play clock's running down. They'll set up to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now a first down following that long gain. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now a run with a fullback Johnson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Let's go!
Here's a give to the fullback. That's Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Giants add on to their lead. And the lead is now 24. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Seahawks. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Wilson trying to lay one up deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And New York set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
This is Johnson, the fullback. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
On just about every team, okay, forget it. On every team, the goal is to be in 3rd and what they call manageable, to give yourself a chance to pick up a first down. How about that call on 2nd down? The big man puts them in position to make it 3rd and manageable. I wonder if he'll get a second chance at it to try and pick up the first down.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down in distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And Brandon, is really no surprise to see them running the ball here. They've got the lead. There's not much time left. They just want to keep the clock moving and seal the win.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to be met at about the 43. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop them short of a 1st down.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. And he finds Julius Thomas. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Wilson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish to this ball game.